Namaste and welcome to our channel once again. Well, as schools gear up to open and students gear up to start going back to school, all of us are in some kind of anxious state, I would say. Many of us are stressed, especially teachers and students, and of course the parents. In this current scenario, it gave me a flash in my mind that I should bring up a series on how to manage stress in different situations. So here I am for all of you with a series which would consist of many parts. Each part would cover about 5 tips, useful and effective, tried and tested to manage stress or to relieve yourself of stress. Whatever resonates with you, please take that, and what doesn't, just leave it. Right? So I will not take more of your time and I will ask you to dive in directly into watching the first 5 tips of this series, and I will see you at the end of the video. Thank you and do keep watching. Welcome to the first part of the series on how to manage stress. So I have come up with this series mainly for all of you who may be experiencing a lot of stress due to various reasons, and I thought I will give you 5 useful and effective tips in every YouTube video that I am going to make in this series. So I would say let's get started and let us see what these useful tips are going to bring for us. So there was this friend of mine named Lena, and she worked in a corporate, and all of us know how corporates work, isn't it? And she would be so stressed. Every day was like a battle for her. And she just was unable to relieve herself. And one fine day, she stumbled upon an article which spoke about meditation. And she thought, well, why not try it and let us see if it brings any relief to me. And so, she started meditating. Well, do you also meditate? If not, I suggest please take this as the first tip and start practicing meditation every day. Daisy was working from home, and she had 2 wonderful children who were so full of life, but they really caused a lot of anxiety to her, especially when she had to sit long hours and work from home. Now, how was she supposed to overcome this? How was she supposed to relieve herself of this kind of stress, anxiety, tension? Well, one fine day, she just decided to go back to play badminton, because that is a game she was very good at while she was in school and in college. Well, do you also play any game? Play any game that you enjoy. That is the second tip today for you to relieve stress. Aryan was a very intelligent boy, but he was so bogged down by the amount of studies that he had to do in order to do well in his exams. He used to get confused, he used to get tired, and he used to just, literally feel like pulling his hair because of the tension that he was building up within himself. And then he remembered that one of his very close friends attended guitar classes in the evening. So Aryan told his parents that he would also like to learn how to play the guitar. Well, do you play any musical instrument? If not, do learn to play a musical instrument if you feel that you wish to relieve this kind of stress and anxiety. That is tip number 3 for you. Well, as you can see, Mr. Shroff surrounded by files, files and files. He has to sit very long hours in his office in order to get things moving, and he leads a pretty sedentary lifestyle. He comes home late, he has no fixed timing to have his meals, no fixed timing to go to bed in time, nothing at all. And slowly all this starts building up on his health. And somebody in his office suggests that he should actually take up dance classes. Mr. Shroff, at his age and dance? Well, I don't think there is any age to learn anything for any of us. So he went on to take dance classes. Do you also de-stress yourself in a similar manner? Well, my next tip for all of you is to take to any dance form that you are attracted to. And believe me, it will definitely help in de-stressing yourself. Mrs. Seth, an excellent cook. She cooks all sorts of dishes, and that makes her remain in the kitchen for long hours. Imagine standing in the kitchen for very long hours, cooking all sorts of dishes that your family wants you to make for them. She used to be so tired by the time she would wind up for the day. She had no time for herself. She had no time to do anything. Until one fine day she picked up a very interesting book from her small library at home, and she just decided that it was time for her to put her feet up, relax and read something that interested her. And she actually realized that this helped her to unwind. So my tip number 5 for all of you, read an interesting book. Well, I hope these tips are going to come handy. You don't need to take all the 5 tips. You can take whatever suits you. Adopt them to become stress-free. And friends, let me tell you, there are many more tips coming up in this series. So do keep watching and stay tuned in for this series of my videos on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon.